Yo, yo, Tony D back with some Absolute Superman. This was fantastic. Totally recommend this series. This issue solidified it for me. We have the first full appearance of the Absolute Brainiac. It did not disappoint. I've been waiting for this. I actually got 2 issues of this. I just wanted 2 copies because I totally believe in it. But up to this point, it's been a really good series, but now it's great in my viewpoint. You start off where you have the Omega Men in a force, like an army. They're totally the protagonists against the antagonist, the Lazarus Corporation. And they have an AI, which is Brainiac, and this is where we delve into that. And it's also an origin story. So they're in the facility, and they have a mind link where they can talk to each other mentally. And something talks back to them, and then it just starts working on them, and it's brutal. Look at that. I love horror, especially when there's a strong contrast with Superman. That's your wholesome, good guy type thing. And they're really doing some good deconstructing with these Absolute books. And this is I'm hooked. So he shrinks his skin. It is horror to the 50th power. And then oh wow. He takes away his muscles and he's puking out his bones. It is just, the things this Brainiac is doing doesn't feel like a robot or an AI. It's way beyond that. So he makes his hand grow, and then he attacks him with these little, and he even says, relax that luscious brain of yours. It's an unhinged Brainiac. Oh man, and then you get a shot of it. The wires, the mouth, the whole thing is just, I just love horror, if you can't tell. And then look at that, how he has this guy experimenting on him. That is so just unhinged. So he's even talking to this guy, like he's glad to have company. So he's talking to this Omega soldier, and I do tend to tinker when I'm feeling anxious. And what he's doing, he's trying to find Superman. Right now he has an obsession, and he has it's your typical Brainiac, miniaturized cities, and he's trying to get information. He knows he's from outer space, and he's just killing these people. And then he apologizes, and he even mentions he's still trying to figure out what part of his brain that he can take out that gets rid of that emotional stuff. He calls it he's trying to solve a Superman-shaped puzzle. So he starts delving into his origin story. It's really interesting where there's a lot of cloning going on, where they clone each other. So he is a clone, and he's in the 4 million or the 419,000th clone. They call it the Collective. So his job is to shovel refuse. He is at the bottom of the totem pole. And for a Brainiac, he just doesn't care. He just does what he's made to do. And he's like, how long does this last? And he's for as long as you do. So it's pretty brutal AI. So he's doing his job. The artwork is great. And it just serves a collective, and they give you day 1. These days are important because you jump to day 2,844, doing the same thing. And one of the refuse in the pile goes after him. He's asking him what his function is, and he's like, kill. I stab, I kill. It's unhinged. The refuse seems to be Brainiacs that are malfunctioned. So that tells you probably how this guy got that way. Their process is not perfect. Because there's just tons of them. Day 13,000. Still doing it. And it's starting to have an effect on him. Now he's wondering if he is refuse. So he keeps going, and one day, 49,901, there's no more work to do. There's no refuse. So he's looking for more brainiacs, and he finds that these are cities. He finds that everyone is just gone. They're dead for whatever reason. Yeah, something happened. They don't tell you what, but it doesn't matter, right? So now he realizes he's the top of the totem pole now. So he has full run of it. He is a brainiac, so he's smart, right? So he figures things out. But he is unhinged. I wonder if they get more into that, how he became that way. Maybe it matters. Maybe I'm looking into it too much, but so he needs to figure out this Superman issue. He's obsessed with it. He almost looks like a Joker type character in a way. I just noticed that. So he contacts the collective, so it's still out there. So maybe on that ship was just a piece of that community. And he's talking to him, getting information, and they talk to him. He's part of the collective. And they're berating him about it. It's impossible for someone to be like that. And one of them speaks up. She gives him information about it and about how there's a material that she has. And she sends it to him. So she transmits the sample's element composition. And this guy right here, he's, oh, thank you, my friend. You've been very helpful. And then he just does look like a Joker type character. I could see the absolute Batman merging with this really well. The Joker's corporation. It's going to come together and it's going to be awesome. So now, your first appearance of Absolute Kryptonite. So we have that, and he has other brainiacs working for him, so he learned that whole thing. And even more importantly, and I called this, I'm just going to say it, I told you so. We have Peacemaker Smith being turned into, I'm going to say, Mentalo. I believe that he'll beef him up with robotics and put the kryptonite in him. I wonder what they're going to call it. I hope they don't call it kryptonite. I hope they call it something else, just because. Yeah, really well written. The writing, the tone of the artwork, it all goes good together. Let me know what you think. I'm enjoying it. The whole Absolute universe is really shaping up to be a great ride. And I'll give you another little snippet. Let's get this bad boy into Mylar. 2 mil Mylar, you know how I do. So free comic book day, I picked this little bad boy up right here. And I'll give you some of the juice. So they go into some of the characters really well. So then you have the Absolute Mirror Master. And he goes to his little clubhouse. So you're seeing all the Absolute characters. It'll be interesting to see how Absolute Martian Manhunter fits in. Trust me, I've been analyzing this, and it's interesting. White Martians, black stars. So there's a lot there. It's totally cool. The Sparrow. I'm into stuff like that. So he gets a tap on the shoulder, and we get the Canon's universe's Mirror Master. Now, he supposedly was killed in the regular Flash comic. Of course, we know how that goes. But he's showing up, looks like an apparition, but what can you do? What are you going to do? They're going to merge these two universes. The possibilities have been opened up. So there's that little sniblet. But I think you can jump on Absolute Superman anytime. Any of these books, you can jump in wherever you want. I believe the trades are starting to come out. It's totally worth it, I think. And if you got a different viewpoint, let me know. I'd like to hear it. Was there something you enjoy more? Do you like the Ultimates more? Hey, outro. Get it!